Hey everybody, quick reminder, 10:45, it's the PPR First and 15 highlights exclusively from the game that is already underway behind us. We're talking about a matchup, Mr. Bert Grossman, who is riding shotgun tonight,
yes,
also on the First and 15 and the PPR. Bert, we're looking at two silver pigskin finalists going head-to-head. UC's got the ball. Why don't we take this picture full? Let's go to the matchup on the left side of the field, I believe. It's Granford's on offense, being covered by J.L. Skinner. Is this the matchup right there, or I can't?
No.
Or is it on the other side of the field? Eddie.
The interesting thing so far has been the quarterback, Gunner from UC. He's been just taking him downfield whenever he has time, obviously. So the whole deal here is going to be whether Point Loma's pass rush can get to him in time. All
right, so we're going to hang on this, Bert. Let's do our best analysis. Gunner, underlook. We probably should have put him on our Big Pig on Campus contest because he's just a quality, underrated, but quality passer.
Very underrated. In this drive alone, Point Loma came down. A lot of J.L. Skinner scored right away. UC bobbled the kickoff. We're stuck down 3rd and 1. Bad snap. But whenever he gets time, he finds an open receiver.
They're now in the gun. Put the man in motion. It'll be a little rough. Oh, that's a little read option play. And that's Casey Granford's right there. He puts the ball on the ground. They pick it up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is why you watch the Prep Pigskin Report. A live score right on television as Point Loma turns the bobble into time.
That was our two-man matchup, too.
That was Granford's against J.L. Skinner, who just got another offer, and he shows you why the folks at Louisville are so excited to be in the contention for him.
So we're in the first quarter, and J.L. Skinner has 2 touchdowns already.
And my wager of taking the Centurions and the points, not looking good. All right, so let's go to Rick Willis. Rick, try to top that.
No, I can't. That's the second time that you've taken live and had a defensive score for a touchdown. I'm just going to have to start taking your defenses that you pick for the Game of the Week. Speaking of Game of the Week, North County Game of the Week brought to you by Draft Republic. Is San Marcos hosting La Costa Canyon. La Costa Canyon #1 in our PPR rankings. San Marcos sits there just right outside at number 10. You talked about good players. You're just a heck of a football player. The last time we saw him against Cathedral in the North County Game of the Week, his name is Ozzie Nicholas, had 6 sacks against Cathedral, and I'll tell you what, I would not expect anything less. He is pumped up for this game. These Avocado League games are always hard-hitting and bruising, and well, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And the other thing that's going to be amazing is, well, me trying to find Borgeson with our brownies. Brandon, there's going to be no brownies tomorrow. Sorry, bro.
Hey, it's okay. Let the gals have them. It's fine. Hey, we are at Cathedral for a big one. Madison Cathedral in New Jersey, Mike City Game of the Week. Let's talk about 3 facts surrounding where we are right now. Fact 1, the Western League, best league in San Diego. I don't want to hear it anybody else because these 2 teams are 4-1, part of 4 teams that are 4-1 right now, along with Lincoln and Saints, which means it's going to be a good one. Fact number 2, if you pull to your right, Elliot, that pool over there, for the record, you can actually hear music underwater being played in it. Fun fact, if you ever decide to jump in the pool here at Cathedral. And fact number 3 is that the best popcorn in San Diego is right here. And that's where I'm going to enjoy some, and that's where I'm going to send it to the Madhouse in the East. No? Okay, Elliot wants some. Here, there you go, ma'am.
Hey, Brandon, make sure you bring some of that popcorn back to KUSI. I would love to have some. Well, we are out here for the 2 top teams out in East County going head-to-head in the El Cajon Ford East County Game of the Week. We have Granite Hills out here at STEELE Canyon, and Granite Hills is undefeated this year so far. And the last time these 2 teams met up was last season in the Division II semifinals, and Granite Hills lost to STEELE Canyon 28-27, and the Cougars went on to win the state title last season. Granite Hill Eagles have the quarterback name of Ostring. He has 670 passing yards for 7 touchdowns and 404 rushing yards for 4 touchdowns. They also have Ethan Bishop on defense, who's the top interceptor in the East County. On the other side of the field, you have quarterback Nathan Barnett, who we just spoke to earlier in 6 o'clock, but he already has 488 passing yards for 3 passing touchdowns and 419 rushing yards for 10 rushing touchdowns. So this game is going to be exciting. I know that it's going to be a rematch kind of what happened in the semifinals last season. We'll have more coming up later on the PPR. For now, John Soderman in the South Bay.
All right, good job, Maddie. In the South Bay tonight, we have Olympian 1-5 hosting Otay Ranch. Olympian's going to have a tough time. 6 starters injured, some with concussions. This is going to be a really tough game, especially trying to defend against Otay Ranch's Puka Stewart, the double threat quarterback who can not only throw, but he can really run. So this is going to be a tough game for Olympian. We'll have it for you, of course, tonight on the South Bay Game of the Week about 11:02. Allison, take it away.
Thank you so much, John. I'm here at Kearney High School where they are taking on the Patrick Henry Patriots for their homecoming game. The game is currently underway behind me. The Comets just scored again. It is now 25-0 Comets. We will have the full highlights for you on this game tonight on the Prep Picks and Report starting at 11 p.m. But for right now, Paul, I'll send it over to you.
Allison, it looks like your night might be over early. Just a quick reminder, we'll have more than highlights on our high school football show tonight. Lots of behind-the-scene features. And, of course, if you go to KUSI.com, PPR, you will find lots of cool behind-the-scenes sidebar stories that you just don't see anywhere else on the TV dial or online, for that matter. We call them Hogcasts, and we put up 32 fresh ones every week. Interesting interviews with coaches, players, concessionaires, you name it. For instance, this is one of my favorite from a week ago, Ashley Washburn and her look at the Del Norte Food Fest.
I'm Carolyn, running the snacks this year, and we have hot dogs, chili hot dogs. We also have lots of sugar. High schoolers like sugar.
First of all, it's delicious, all right?
Facts, I've already had some.
We know this. So it is a combination of seaweed, a rice cake, and a sautéed Spam. And we have our own secret formula at Miso Subi.
All right, Zach Maxwell shooting that. Excellent job, young folks. And 10:45, 1st and 15. Prep Picks Report. We have a couple minutes to kill. What do you say we go right back to that matchup? They're on the left side of the field, Andrew. This is the Centurions with the ball again as they're now behind. I lost track of the point after. Is it
14-11, nothing? Did they miss the 20s?
It'll be 12. It'll be
12. Well, you know, I'm not. Thank you.
Yeah, just stop showing off your eye. All right, so let's go back to it now. They're the Centurions were moving.
Yes, moving well, going back and forth.
So how demoralizing when you're almost in the red zone and then
very demoralizing.
A 14-point
I mean, the good
basically.
thing with UC is they're explosive. As you see, they throw the ball every time. They're not taking up a lot of time on the clock, and they're used to scoring quick. So it's not a killer yet, but if it continues, it's going to be a problem.
Broken.
You shouldn't even go back to this because it's all let down from that last play.
I mean, that was a cool moment. We'll get another one. I can't believe how sophisticated offenses are getting now, Bert. People are actually, to me, the run-pass offense or the RPOs, that looks so complicated, and they're doing it. For those who don't know, they're coming to the line of scrimmage, and they might run the ball. They have a run called and a pass call. Basically, depending on how the defense lines up and reacts to their motion or formation, they can either run it or pass it.
Right now, I mean, you see
right now they're going to punt the ball.
Yeah, when you get teams that are a little bit smaller in the offensive lines, they like to spread it out. They have a lot of athletes, so they spread out the gaps. They just try to make room for those athletes and pass the ball around.
But it blows me away at how sophisticated, at least it appears to me on paper, that RPOs didn't exist when I was playing.
No, and it's come a long way, but it's been a great thing. I think Elkhorn Valley first started it with Abraham Hazy.
And they
didn't have big offensive linemen, so they'd spread you out, and they had a lot of receivers, but they could never pound you, so they would just create space.
All right, well, that's it from now. We're going to have much more tonight. Make sure you tune in tonight, 10:45 and 11 o'clock for the Granddaddy of them all. We are done now. I send it back to the news desk.